Hello and welcome to Plane Reviews in Kerbal Space Program. Today I'm going over some of the submissions I got before the 0.90 release, so this is 0.25, and I'm sorry I've been a bit slow to get to these, but here we go. First up we have two planes from Jasen / Woodrunner, and by that I mean pod racers. Wow. I knew what to expect, but that's interesting. Let's see, so... That's interesting. I'm curious to see how this is gonna fly. This is apparently the solid version, since there's two versions that are the same thing. And, oh, I was about to say, I'm guessing solid means that it's all sticks together solidly, but then again, the way it started moving when I went to go take off is not too solid. Wow. Whoa. Other than the fact that it's Kerbal Space Program and a bit utterly insane, it's like a real pod racer. Wow. Oh shit, that's the ground. Well, let's see how well these fly on their own. Not very well. Okay, let's try it again. This time with a little less death, hopefully. Oh yeah, so this is using a cockpit that you can see from inside of. So that's neat. Whoa. Okay. So I can actually see where I'm... Oh no, that's not good. That's not good. That was pretty close to the ground. I've turned around. Oh, no, I haven't quite. Okay. Whoa. This is a whole new dimension to the insanity of flying a, I forgot what it's called for a moment, because I am dumb. A pod racer. This is really cool. I'm really liking this. Like, obviously, it doesn't fly like a plane. I mean, it flies kind of well as long as you expect it not to be a plane. Like, as long as you are kind of expecting it to go insane, it flies... I don't know how to say it, because, like, I want to say it's awesome, and, like, it doesn't fly well, but it does, but it doesn't... I don't know how to say what I'm saying. And this, the Pod Racer Mark II... Well, I can see the strut that's holding them together has been moved back. There's probably some other slight changes that aren't immediately evident. I do notice there's some batteries on the side. Maybe that helps the RSS last longer. I don't know. There's a lot more parachutes, and this was referred to as the fun version, so I assume that means it'll be fun. Also, I imagine it would fly... Well... I don't know what to say about it, other than I can see why it's called the fun version. Oh, that's not... we're flying... yeah, that's interesting. Let's try flying it with SAS this time. Okay, from the get-go, SAS. And it's doing a bit of a dance on its own, probably because of the SAS. Whoa, what was that? Okay. Now we got the wibbly wobblies all over the place. This is not flying that much better than it did before that. I'm gonna have to say the Mark 1 was better, because this is just... what the hell? Like, it doesn't matter whether I have SAS or not. It's... well, actually, now that I turned SAS off, it flies quite nice, but as soon as I do any movement at all, it goes a bit wonky. So I guess you just have to be a lot more careful with how you fly this one than the other one. But in any case, it's very creative because it is completely stock, yet there's like joints going on here, using a ton of docking ports to make the joint, and spinning while trying to pull up. I'm holding pulling up as much as I can, and I'm just spinning. And now when I stop trying to pull up, it slows down. Right. Well, now that I'm in a flat spin, let's go take a look at a WTOL, a WTOL. Not quite sure what that means, but this... Oh, okay, maybe... no, doesn't say anything. This one's also by Jasen. In fact, this entire episode is stuff by Jasen, because I put it together that way because it just made it easier. Also, the fact that he did submit several things fairly close together. This is interesting design. I like it. Looks like it would fly. You know, as best I can gauge from those. Those don't always tell you the full story, of course. It does have a high center of gravity, and the landing gear are Very strange though, and it doesn't have a, oh wait, no, I was about to say it doesn't have a vertical stabilizer. Then I realized actually the landing gear are mounted on the vertical stabilizers, which are below the plane. Whoa, ah, ooh, I was careful. Water takeoff and landing? Is that what the W's for? Can this take off and land in water, supposedly? I don't know, let's find out. It flies pretty well. And it looks cool. Like, look at that wing. Very cool. Alright. Now let's see if it can land in water by going face first into the water. Probably not the best way to try to land in water, but I can't pull up fast enough. Oh god, no, 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 no. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Let's turn off the engine. Turn on SAS to assist in dropping speed as we come in lower. I'm not sure what speed we can hit and have these intakes survive, so let's try just hitting the water gently now. Well, we bounced. That's a good sign. We did lose our... Okay, I had a slight interruption, but it's just been kind of slowly bouncing along like this, and we did lose our not our stabilizers, but we did lose the rudders. But otherwise, it looks like this thing can land in water and make a very pretty motion behind it while landing in water. And I guess now we're going to get to see if it can take off from the water as well. I did turn up the, yeah, I did. Are these not getting air because they're in water? It says it's getting air. Fuel flow, none. Oh, it's because I turned it off because I'm an idiot. I forgot that I actually turned it off. There we go. And yeah, it can take off quite well. So yeah, we have a water takeoff and landing vehicle thing. Abusing the power of intakes being super structurally sound to don't try to land like that. And finally we have a VTOL Mark Weird. Not sure what that okay, I see what that means now. This is interesting. Not sure what's going on here. I'm guessing, okay, we have the middle engine. And I'm not sure what velocity I need to turn it up to take off. I'm just going to go ahead and put it to 2/3. I'm going to go ahead and put it to full because screw any semblance of trying to not die. Now here, we'll put it at this level. And then we'll go ahead and raise the landing gear and fire... Oh, they're missiles! Oh shoot, they're like missile discs. That's really cool. And they look fairly effective. Also, there was a bomb and emergency parachutes in case you completely lose control, I think. Which unfortunately I hadn't completely lost control, so they ended up just being kind of annoying. And now I can't turn this thing right side up, which is especially annoying because I'm probably going to break something. Never mind. I didn't break anything. Awesome. I can see why this is called what it is. It's like UFO design, kind of. I really like it. Very nice. Thanks for watching, as always. See you in space, and all the links to these craft in the description, as per usual. Also, I'm back, I think, sort of. I need to edit this carefully to get rid of the Skype sound. Really, phone? You're gonna start making noises too now? One of these days I'll learn to mute everything before I start recording. This episode is basically the Jasen special. Also, quick extra note before I forget. I have a poll going on to say what games should I make YouTube videos of, which is mostly answered by people saying Kerbal Space Program, which is kind of obvious because that's the majority of what people really like to see. And I have another poll. If you're someone who goes on my StarMade server, I'm thinking about turning on the pirate spawns, but I'm not sure exactly when I should because, you know, different people may want me to do that at different timings. So there's a link to that poll as well in the description.